Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's take a look at general state of crypto and the market. It is Thursday, November 24th, 2022, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Those who are in the United States of America. Let's look at Bitcoin long term. Up and to the right. Some zooming in here on some moving averages, some EMAs. We are closing in on our 50-month moving average. Little line right across where that is. Change some colors. Go 50-month moving average right in the 12,800 range currently. That will slowly keep moving up as we're above it. Let's move down to the weekly. Anybody who says we're bullish here is, how do I say it, wrong. We are below all of our major moving averages. We're below our 12 and 21 EMA. Everything is sloping down. Until that changes, I am not bullish at all. We can have some bull runs. We got some shorter interest that's piled into Bitcoin recently after this big move right here. So short squeeze isn't out of the question, but I'm still bearish overall. For me to be bullish, I need to see some stuff. We'll get into that in a bit. Let's draw some support and resistance on here. Where can we see it? Let's start off with the normal one in the room here, the important one. Let's go like that. We'll draw on 10,000. Here we go. 10,000 is the psychological number. And as you can see, we've had some reactions to it around here. Below it, chopping, bounces off of it, finds support. Below it, resistance, consolidation. Finally, it pops over, support again. So it is a level of interest for sure. Some other levels of interest that I am currently looking at is here. I know it's between 12 and 14K. 12 to 14. I'll just draw here. Change some settings. There's our 12 to 14K range. As you can see, we tested it here. Over it. Area of interest, into it, projected off of it. Even if we go down in the daily, we should be able to see some reactions here. You can see the way it reacts as it hits that area. Why it's an area of interest for me. Between 12 and 14K. That's also, if you notice, right where the 50-week moving average is, right in that area right there. So those are my main areas of support that are below us. We are currently sitting right at a level of support, actually. We're looking in here. Draw it on it comes in from the daily. See the way it reacted. Put it in here. Say that's at 16K, I guess. Yeah, 16.2. We'll make it right at 16. Nice round numbers for us today. Bounces off of it. Wonder if that goes back any further. Yeah, we'll see. So there we are. As you can see, we bounced off that minor support level, bounced off of it. A little bit of divergence there. Rather testing it, failing it, bounce back up. Now we're fighting with the 12 EMA, the daily chart. So that's what I see. Above us, we have 12 EMA, 21 EMA, a 20 moving average. We got some trend lines coming in here. Just draw some lines in this chart. These. There's our line right there. So we have a lot of resistance ahead of us up in here. This is the weekly chart I'm looking at. Go down to the daily chart. See the trend lines I drew. This whole area right in here is a massive cluster of resistance. One thing after another, after another, after another. We've got a lot of work to do if we're to climb out of the hole that we're in. Go down and look at the 4-hour chart. Get rid of that big circle that we had. What else we got? Yeah, something like that. Got a triangle forming near the top of it there. We pull up some RSI, see what we see. It's a little bit easier to see if you look at a line chart. What we have here, we have a lower low. We're looking at the closes. What do we have here? We have a higher low. We have some bullish divergence. Look at that. Before you go thinking that we're at a bottom here, remember the resistance that we have above, and also realize we have a higher low here. We have a higher high here on the RSI. That is a bearish hidden divergence. So who's going to win? Bullish divergence or the bearish hidden divergence? I don't know what I'm thinking. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell right there. Until we can stabilize in our price, what I would need to see, go back to the daily, get rid of some drawings here. What I would need to see, some higher lows. We would need to get over top all these moving averages, come back, test them up here, consolidation, have higher lows. The MAs would all have to be curling underneath color here. So the MAs would all have to start curling underneath price as we come up here, pushing price higher. Then we could finally break out to the upside. Take a look. This is the exact same thing that happened 2019 after the bear market of 2017 came down. You look, price consolidated. Instead of higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. All of the MAs underneath price, all the moving averages pushing up from underneath price. After that, it was boom, and off to the races we went. That was the end of that bear market. That's what I'd need to see. I got targets. I already identified them: 12 to 14K, 10,000. Will it hit there? I don't know, but I am not bullish until see action like this: higher lows, some consolidating over top of the moving averages. It's going to take some time. We're not out of the woods yet. Don't bother trying to pick the bottom. But if this right here happens to be the bottom, the reality is long term, if you were to buy, oh my God. There we go. Get rid of those. If we were to buy anywhere in this area here, it's a good area. You don't need to pick the whole bottom. So let's look at the other markets. Let's take a look at US dollar index. Here we go. See what we've done. came here. Here we are. Bounced right off our trend line. Coming back down. See where we can find some support here. Drawing some fib levels. Come up here. Yeah, testing the 382 level on the Fibonacci ratio. Finding some support there. Well, you can also see had some reaction from this area in the past. Right there. Bounces up. Support. Support. Breaks through it. So that's a pretty key level. That's in the 105 range. Next level I'd be looking at is around the 102 range. Somewhere in there for support if we break down. US dollar breaking down would bode well for asset prices. Unfortunately, with this dump that we had here recently, it had an effect on general market where we had a nice run up right in here. On the S&P, Dow's had a nice run breaking out of the megaphone, but Bitcoin did not. Bitcoin just kept going down, and that's what happens when you get some bad news, like the whole FTX debacle. Will DXY break down? I don't know. Doesn't really look like it right here, based on the reaction that we've had. It's pretty sharp down into it. I think I would expect a little bit of consolidation in this area here. Something consolidation. If we do bounce back up higher, then that bodes poorly for asset prices, and I could expect Bitcoin to take another dump. So that's what I think about the markets right now.